exciting day of the month. I get to go grocery shopping today and meal plan, and I am like super pumped about this meal plan because I'm going to put together some recipes that are kind of autumn inspired. I spent probably way too much time on Pinterest trying to cultivate like the perfect autumn fall menu. I also put mousse in dry hair. Pretty sure you're not supposed to do that, but that's okay. I haven't meal planned in a while. I'm wiping off my old meal plan and it was like shrimp kebabs. I'm trying to remember like, when did I even last make shrimp kebabs? I did my best over the summer to stay on top of meal planning, but I did my best. And that's all I can do. So now that school is back in session and I kind of feel like I have slightly more time to invest in this, I'm gonna be on top of my game now. And honestly, if you don't plan, how does it go? If you plan to fail, that's not right. Don't plan, you fail. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. You know the expression, I can't think of it. Something about planning and failing and a play on words over my head. Basically, short story long, I have been failing. I will fail no longer because I am planning not to fail. Whatever. I'm headed to Costco today and maybe Aldi/Publix to get everything I need for the perfect fall menu. I've got some really great recipes here. I just printed them off, hot off the press, if you will. And I have even more than this, you guys. Literally, this is all recipes. Dessert, spreads, main dishes, a drink even. I have a lot of fall coming up my sleeve and I'm excited about it. I might do enough, like the next time I go grocery shopping, I might do a what's for dinner soups. I did that last year. I may have done 2 of them, I can't remember. But I have a lot more soups that I wanna try. So maybe that's next time because it's still kind of like really hot outside to do that. So I'm gonna put my grocery list together now.
We all know that I love the macro-friendly food recipes. I subscribe to the meal plan, but I've kind of fallen off the wagon this summer, like I was explaining, especially with meal planning. Like I would go to, to my go-to recipes that I already have printed out, and they're just tried and true and delicious and easy and all of that good stuff. But I was trying to compile strictly autumn and fall inspired recipes. So Pinterest is always my go-to when I'm trying to impress. And boy, did they not disappoint. I was actually just now trying to scroll through my Pinterest board, going back however many years I've had Pinterest, however many years it's been a thing. 15 years, I think, is how long I've had it. Anyway, I was trying to look for a cookie recipe and I couldn't search for it. And so I was like, okay, I know I pinned it like so many years ago. I can't find it. Because I just pinned way too much stuff and then I clicked on something because I got distracted and then it sent me to the top again. I thought, man, this website. But isn't Pinterest so great, but also a curse at the same exact time because it's like pros and cons to everything. And to Pinterest, it sets wild expectations for me where I think, oh, that looks easy. I can surely do that. And then I go to attempt it and it's a complete fail, but at least I tried it. And maybe next time I try it, I'll be a little better at it. You know what I mean? Some things just take time and talent. And one of those things I don't possess. So anyway, I'm making my grocery list as I always do. And I just like to portion it out into like different categories. So that way when I'm shopping around the store, it makes it easy to do. Publix, if you are near a Publix, actually has an app. And, I can't talk for how it is now, but how it used to be is you can make your grocery list on the app and it'll send you like down each aisle and tell you what exactly is in each aisle you're going down, depending on what store you're at. It's actually amazing. And I should probably do that more often, but I don't. Maybe one day when I have my life a little bit more put together. Baby steps, okay? That's what I'm taking toward getting my life back in order because it's back to reality, it's back to school and all that good stuff. Back to a routine. So here's the whole shebang. Shebang! I'll go through my weekly meal plan with you, and I just printed this sheet off of Google. I don't know, I just found it somewhere. And I put it in one of these like laminated sheets. And so I can just use it over and over again. It comes in really handy. And sometimes I do breakfasts on the back and lunches just as a little reminder, but I think we're fine. We're creatures of habit around here, so I'll just get things that we typically get. So for the dinners, I have ground turkey and brown butter sage stuffed pumpkins. I know, let's drool together. Autumn chicken dinner with roasted vegetables. I also have another one that I wanna do. It's more of a lunch. It's a quinoa salad. Oh my gosh, I'm already drooling about that. Thai pumpkin curry, a sausage stuffed acorn squash, creamy butternut squash pasta with bacon, beef stew, and then yo-yo. You're on your own, left overnight. Really, when I say you're on your own, I just mean like I'm on my own trying to figure out what's for dinner. How did my hand get so inky? Anyway, there's that. I've got my grocery list. I'm gonna head to Costco.
So I'm home from Costco grocery shopping. I still have to run to Publix, but I need a little intermission to drop this off, and then I have to go pick up the kids from school, and then I'll pick up the rest of it. But the majority of my grocery list, like I feel like I marked off maybe 5 items. These are just items that we like to have on hand to eat through, just like through the day and stuff. But most of the produce I'm getting from Publix. That's probably where I'm going to go. And so, little judgments. Okay, let's go. Here it is, the whole Costco grocery haul. And I actually, believe it or not, walked out of it with my cart thinking, oh, I hardly got anything. Well, I mean, compared to what I normally get, it makes sense that I got a little bit less because I just went maybe last week and I picked up several items. So we're pretty stocked on some things in the freezer. So I'll start here. Don't mind that, gotta feed the chickens. But these things, I was sad to see they didn't have Brussels sprouts yet. And sometimes they have already chunked up butternut squash, which is fine. Like I'll just chop up my own. You kind of pay more for convenience, but when you're paying at Costco, it kind of evens out to the same price. Anyway, they didn't have any of that, but they did have some broccoli florets. I typically get these in the frozen section. We're stocked up on the freezer right now, but I figured I'll just buy fresh because I need these for some things anyway. So there we go. And then I always like to have lettuce on hand. For whatever dinner we're making, I like to throw together a simple salad. Oh, and I have to add to my grocery list, don't let me forget, arugula. I've been really obsessing over arugula lately. I love it. And then seaweed, I guess that's not really in the vegetable and fruit section, but the seaweed Meredith has been asking for, and we've been out of it. So I don't know, my kids go on kicks where they love it and love it and love it. And then, you know, it dies off a little bit and they're at the point where they're asking for it. So I bought some of that, and Costco has the best seaweed because a ton comes in this one packet and it tastes great. I mean, I say that, but I ate the snaz out of seaweed. It's very salty. It's like the only natural source of iodine without having it like artificially included in salt or however the heck they do that. But anyway, when I was pregnant, I would eat I mean like unlimited amounts of this. And that just adds to my suspicion of like, I'm missing some nutrients and minerals in my diet. And I really wish that I would have found out about Element when I was pregnant, because I really feel like it would have helped me a lot. But anyway, I ate a ton of seaweed while I was pregnant. As soon as I gave birth, I was like, get that away from me. I can't even smell it. That's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my entire life. So I don't eat it anymore, but my kids have loved it and they love it for years. The way that we eat it, if you're wondering, literally like a chip as a snack, or if we're eating anything with rice, I'll throw a couple of these on the table and the kids will just wrap up rice in it. If you have chicken or pork, add that to it. Just make your own sushi, if you will. Okay, and I did add some salads. I almost got those bowls of salad, but it's like a lot of plastic waste and it's kind of unnecessary. I haven't had this Chipotle ranch chopped kit before, but I do love the Mediterranean chopped salad kit, and I almost got that, but then I was like, you know what, let's switch it up. Let's see if I like this. And I do like the bowl, and I feel like this will be similar to what I get in the bowl. And that was pleasantly surprising whenever I would buy those. Okay, I got a pineapple. Remind me to rinse this because I feel like this is how we get fruit flies in the house. Someone told me the tops of pineapple, that's how the fruit flies they are brought into your house, and the tops of bananas. So you have to rinse it all, and that ensures that the fruit flies like die, I guess. I don't know. But we love pineapple. And if you don't, maybe try dipping it in chocolate. I'm just saying, give it a try. I need some mushrooms for one of the recipes. So I probably got, I don't know, 4 times as much as I needed. But we also love cooking this on the grill or just sauteing it in the stovetop. It's fantastic. These are the kiwis that accidentally made their way into my cart. They must have been from the people in front of me. And you know what? They're just gonna go home and their bad experience is going to continue
continue because they were having a hard time at checkout. Like, I think it was their first day signing up and they were promised some kind of deal and they thought they would get it instantaneously, but apparently it took a while. I don't know. They were speaking Spanish, so I only caught bits and pieces of it. However, this should be at their house and not mine. I'll take it though. They're kiwis. My kids love kiwis. These are the golden kiwis that I never buy. So maybe my kids are gonna love these more. Their grandparents or their great grandparents buy kiwis. Alex's grandparents do. And like they get the golden ones. So I feel like they've had them at their house before and they liked them. So we'll see if they get eaten here. I'm sure they will. And carrots. I need carrots for a few of the recipes. If not a few, definitely a couple. Okay, the strawberries situation. I literally went to Target yesterday, and that's another reason why I'm not like busting at the seams at Costco, because I did get a bunch of yogurt at Target, and I bought a couple of other things like bananas. We've got some bundles of bananas over there and apples. So I grabbed some produce at Target while I was there. I had to pop in to get, I think I just went in for yogurt because my kids like just love yogurt and they'll eat so much of it. So anyway, I popped in. It was right next to my dental appointment, which, oh my gosh, I could talk about that for probably 15 minutes, but I'll leave that for later. Short story long, I got a bunch of strawberries, but yesterday I got a pack of strawberries and they literally ate it as I was cutting it up for them. Just like as I was cutting it, I didn't even need a bowl or anything. I said, this is great. So I got 3. And now that I have this much strawberries, they're not going to eat any of them. And by this much strawberries, I mean this many strawberries. Okay, grammar. I've got some Parmesan cheese over here. I need this for a couple of recipes too. So I don't know, I got the big Blanc because we gotta be fancy sometimes. I saw these in the sweet treat section and I grabbed these for Eleanor. I figured she would pack them in her lunchbox and maybe share them with her friends because she loves these little things. Whenever we go to TJ Maxx or something, you know how they have all of those impulse buys at the checkout? Well, she always wants to pick up these like little waffle cones with the whatever filling inside. So this is just chocolate inside. So I think she'll like that. We just popped these open, the crispy pineapple chips. They're great. They're gentle dry technology. It locks in nutrition and it's like a freeze-dried pineapple. I love dried kiwi. Oh my gosh, those are great. Target has a great selection of like the freeze-dried fruit section. It's so good. So good. They have freeze-dried, which means it's like more of crunchy, and then they just have dried fruit, which means it's more like gummy. We are partial to the freeze-dried, but I don't think the kiwis are freeze-dried, and they're still delicious. Okay, whipped cream, heavy whipped cream, real heavy whipped cream, and it's Kirkland real heavy whipped cream. Let's read backwards, okay? I got this, and you know what? Publix sells one of these things. I typically get the no sugar added kind, but I was looking over here and it's like 1 gram of added sugar. I was like, you know what? I'll do it because who knows what kind of fake chemical stuff they're putting in the no sugar added kind. And it's like $6 for one of them. So I forgot how much it was for 3, but I said, that's a screaming deal. My kids always ask for it with strawberries. And I went back and forth like, oh, but you know what? It's a treat. Why not? Moving over here, I got some more treats. The Unreal, we love these. It's a great snack. And I think this is like 2 grams of protein. I mean, I gotta go. I'll be right back. So let's see. These are the Unreal Dark Chocolate Coconut Mini Bars. It has less sugar. Why did I think it had 2 grams of sugar? It's got 3. Okay, for a little bar like this, it's got less sugar, more simple. It's gluten-free, no soy. You know, the Unreal brand, I really enjoy it. I think it has better ingredients, better quality, non-GMO, and all that good stuff. What does that even mean these days? And then, oh, this is where I got the 2 grams of sugar. We also picked these up, and both of these were on sale, so I grabbed them. Loads of peanut butter in here. It's like a Reese's, but 2 grams of sugar. You know? Does it taste like a Reese's? No, but it only has 2 grams of sugar, so it still gives you that little like, I'm eating a treat and it's delicious. Just, you know what? Honestly, I can't remember the last time I had Reese's. Probably around Easter time when they have the eggs and they have the pumpkins out, and I'm excited about it. I didn't see the massive bag at Costco because you know they have like that humongous bag of do they do that for pumpkins or just eggs? I can't remember. I try to put my blinders on because we don't need it, and when I buy them, oh, they go so fast because you can't get it. You can't eat just one. They're too good, and they're much too good for children, and I always hide them, but my kids always find them. All right. Did you know they changed the bags? I haven't bought a Costco rotisserie chicken since they've changed it. It's been months. And these are great. It's like $5 for chicken. It's like dinner. It's like you get the bones and you can make broth out of it. That's my plan. I need to get some stuff to make broth because I just ran out of my last block. I like to keep it in the freezer. I am wanting to can the broth. That's a task for another day. I get overwhelmed. I want to can a lot of stuff. It's on my list of things to do. I'll do that maybe in January because I feel like, you know, we've got fall coming, we've got Halloween, we've got birthdays, we've got Thanksgiving, Christmas. Before you know it, it's the new year. Happy New Year. And so that's when I'll start canning. Okay, don't hold me to it. Hey, I picked up these chicken sausage and I think this was the sample that they had out. It's pretty good. Parmesan and cracked black pepper. It's the Kirkland chicken sausage raised without antibiotics. I think it's the dupe of the apple chicken and apple sausages. I forgot what brand that is. Amy Lou, fantastic. You get probably the same amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you only get 5 there? So 6, 12, 18 in here. And I think it was cheaper than the Amy Lou. I'm pretty sure it was cheaper. Hey, speaking of Kirkland brand and being cheaper, I grabbed these sous vide egg bites. No! I grabbed the wrong ones. That's what I get for being a people pleaser. Take note, take out your pen, take out your paper, and write this down. Do not be a people pleaser because it will kick you in the butt afterward. And you will have to go out of your way again to put your life back in order after trying to please other people when the reality is no one cares if you're in their way because everyone is in each other's way at Costco. Period. That is not a run-on sentence. I didn't want to be in someone's way and someone was shopping and so I just reached out, oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry, but and then I got the wrong bites, the sous vide. No one likes the egg whites. No one. And if you do, you're lying to yourself. You haven't had the good stuff. I'm just kidding. They're great. Not the whites, but I'm disappointed in myself that I got those and not the actual ones with bacon and Gruyere cheese. They are delicious. They're so good. My kids love them. I really get them for my kids. It's just a quick, easy breakfast in the morning when, you know, it's back to school, running out the door. They can grab it on the go, bring it in the car, eat it. It's low mess, all that good stuff. So anyway, all right, moving over here, I needed a couple things of tortellini, 5-cheese tortellini with Parmigiano Reggiano. It's exactly how they say it in Italy. I have no idea what you're talking about. This comes with 2 containers and it's such a great price. My kids love it. They can like kind of make their own food out of it, you know. After school snack, they're boiling up some tortellinis. Throw some sauce on, you're good to go. Pesto, spaghetti sauce, I keep some in the freezer for them. My homemade stuff is really good. And then, you know what, I'm looking to jar that too. And I needed a special pot to jar meat because there's meat in my sauce. Anyway, I need these for a couple of recipes. And then you know what got me? This. I almost got the pre-shredded chicken combo, but it's like $15. And I was like, you know what? I can shred this. These are the chicken thighs. So good. It's $5. And I can keep the bones to make the broth. You know what? It's a win-win-win all around. Hey, speaking of beef, I got this. Spent an arm and a leg. Literally $20, nearly 20 bucks for some stew meat. I did it for you, really. I'm making a cook with me and I'm like, you know what? I guess we'll go all out. I'll probably use half for the stew and then save the half in the freezer for the next time I need stew meat. I grabbed some garlic. This, the garlic that I have in my fridge, I've had it for way too long. It's like it's literally growing in my fridge. So I'm gonna put it out of its misery and replace it with some fresh stuff. And then, you know what? We've been out of Madras lentils for too long, really. I've been buying it off of Thrive Market, which I love. But you know what? I saw it at Costco and I said, I might as well just grab some. Even though I just made a Thrive Market order a couple of days ago, it should be in today. And it has a lot of the kids snacks in there because they were having a huge back to school sale. And so I really stocked up on a lot of snacks. So I feel like that's another reason why it's not like an overwhelming haul because I placed an order on Thrive Market. as well as going to Target the other day. So, you know, hey, it's football season, and you know what I like to eat during football season? Everything. So I thought this would be an easy thing to put out. We went to someone's house the other day and they had this cheese with crackers, and I was like, this is the best cheese ever. Why don't I buy this more often? It's very expensive, but when you get it at Costco, it's pretty reasonable because you get 3 of them. So I did it. I also grabbed some half and half and heavy whipping cream. I always like to have these in my fridge. I don't necessarily think I need them for this coming week's recipes, but I will need them for next week. And they actually last for a substantial amount of time. So this one doesn't expire till October 11th and 13th. Oh my gosh, did you know December 13th this year is a Friday? Friday the 13th in December. I guess it's more impressive if it would have been in October, but it wasn't. I told one of my kids that and they were like, so? I was like, it's Friday the 13th. They were like, yeah, but it's in December. So unimpressed, the kids these days. Soft and chewy granola bars. I grabbed these from Costco. And you know what? I made a mistake because it's whatever. It's fine. The kids love them. They'll be fine. We'll eat through them, but they're not that great. Over here, I got some whey protein for Alex. And by some, I mean a ton. They were on sale and I took advantage. This will last him a while. It's 80 servings in each one. Great way to get protein in your body. It's 24 grams of protein, and on Amazon, this stuff costs so much money. And even at Costco, normal price is $65, but I got it on sale. So I was like, you know what? He drinks it every morning. I'm gonna stock up and save money in the long run. Behind it, I told you about the seaweed. I also grabbed some croissants. And I have some Justin's hazelnut spread that I could spread on the middle of those, or ham and cheese in the middle, good sandwich, or chicken and cheese, like deli chicken, or egg salad sandwich, or egg and cheese. Oh, egg and bacon, bacon, eggs and bacon. What movie is that from?
X as in eggs and bacon. Eggs and bacon.
Chitty chitty bang bang. I saved you, okay? One of the greats. Hey, I got butter. I think I'm running out. Didn't I buy like 700 sticks of butter like yesterday? Doesn't it feel like I did that yesterday? It wasn't yesterday. It was actually a really long time ago. Probably a year. And needed some bread to make more of those like sandwiches for Meredith for her lunchbox. I put Justin's hazelnut spread in the middle, which is like a healthier alternative to Nutella. I love Nutella, but sometimes you gotta make healthy choices. And I feel like this is a middle ground, the Justin's hazelnut spread. And I did order a new sandwich cutter from Amazon because mine broke, sadly. And it's from the Pampered Chef, but you can get it on Amazon. And she just loves the Uncrustables, so that's what I do. So I grabbed some bread to make those. I grabbed bacon. I need that for a couple of the recipes too. Oh, it's thawing out already. Wait, I get this in the refrigerated section, right? Is it the freezer section? No, I can't even remember. I think it's the refrigerated section. Okay, I got some tortillas. These are the carb balance ones. I love these. They're fantastic. And if you're wondering about the macros, 0 sugar, 17 grams of fiber. So that makes it 2 grams of carbs, which is just crazy. And then 6 grams of protein per tortilla. It's wild. Hey, I also grabbed a fun Halloween spooky find. I think the kids are really gonna like this. They love the find, like the search and find style books. And this one just has like extra buttons on the side. So I hope I didn't get a dud. Do I have to like pull something out to make it work? Oh. Yeah, all right, that's the good stuff. And then I grabbed some yogurt pouches. We've already dove into these. The kids love these. They'll eat them in their lunch boxes. They'll grab it as a snack. They'll grab it for breakfast. They'll grab it after dinner. It's like morning, noon, and night type of deal. I also grabbed these chicken melts. The kids like these for a great, easy, convenient after-school snack. They just throw it in the microwave. There's 15 in there that come. I needed some powdered sugar, so I grabbed a huge container of that. And then I grabbed, like, what are these? Eggs?
Eggs and bacon!
Like 5 dozen or so. Yeah, our chickens, you know, they need to get on top of stuff. And then over here, 1, 2, 3. Check this out. I ate one of these on the way home. And I don't know who's gonna eat the other 5, but it cannot be me. It was too good, like too good and slightly too much. Like I could have eaten half, but I was worried if I sat it down, it would just fall over and make a mess. So I gotta cover them up, hide them from the children.
Much too good for children.
You gotta hide stuff in plain sight, you see? My beauty has always been a curse. That's the truth. So I ended up going to Trader Joe's this afternoon, and I was hoping they would have some of their fall products out. Turns out they didn't. I was really hoping that they would have pumpkins and acorns and not acorns, but acorn squash. And you know what? It's kind of crazy because I saw on Instagram that they did have some stuff out already, obviously at some locations because they were showing pumpkins galore. But unfortunately, my location was without anything fall related. And I still need to get a few things off of my grocery list, but I was able to check some stuff off the box. So I'm gonna unbag this stuff and then show you what I got from Trader Joe's. So here are the Trader Joe's goodies. And I said they didn't have anything for fall, but I was able to find like these maple leaf cookies. They've had these out since August. I was more looking for like butternut squash, which I couldn't find fresh. So I thought, well, maybe no other place has it either. So I just got it. These are, I guess, ready to use. They're chopped and everything, which, you know, saves me a little bit more convenient, maybe a little bit more pricey, but here it is. I also got some herbs, sage and thyme. I got a couple of things of thyme, which is probably overkill, but here we are. I need some ginger for a recipe, so I grabbed that. Also some red bell pepper for a recipe. I honestly right now can't remember what's up or down, so I don't even know what's for dinner tonight. I'll figure it out. And then I got some Gruyere cheese. That's for a recipe. I don't know. I feel like you know more than I do at this point about my meal plan. Blueberries, sweet potatoes. I thought I grabbed 4. Guess I grabbed 3. That's okay. And then some red potatoes as well. I feel like I've got a potato soup coming up or something. I don't remember. An onion, bananas, and then I grabbed some kale, which they didn't have fresh. So I was like, okay, well, this is my only option. I almost stopped at Sprouts on the way home, but it's like, you know, I'm already here. And I thought they'd have this stuff, but they don't. And then arugula, which I feel like I always buy in a bag. It's delicious. I'm kind of obsessed with arugula lately. Just dress it up with a little bit of cheese, Parmesan cheese, feta cheese, and then oil and lemon juice, and you have a delicious salad. Add some chicken for some protein. And then of course I got some maple leaves. I want to do a fall board, so I feel like this is a necessity. I also grabbed some, oh, 1 linguine, 1 spaghetti. Cool, cool, cool. That's pretty much how my day's been going. And then for the fall board, I wanted to include some of these milk chocolate peanut butter cups. So delicious. Wonder if I just opened that for real or if someone has already cracked into these. I got 2 containers of them because I want to make sure I have enough for the board, and then I knew my kids would likely want to eat the rest. And by kids, I mean adults like me. And then I got these. My kids, we went over to a friend's house and they had these meringues, and my kids were obsessed with them. I was like, okay. I've never bought them before, but they really enjoyed them. So for me, it was just a big crunch, and they enjoy them. So I aim to please. I also grabbed some peanut butter cookies that I just took to a little meetup where literally no one else brought food. So I was definitely a fish out of water there, but that's okay. I'd rather show up with something than nothing. You know what I mean? It's the same kind of situation. I'd rather show up overdressed than underdressed, but food is a different category. I never show up empty-handed. Okay, and then I grabbed this container of dark chocolate almond Lacey's cookies. Maybe this will be for the fall board too. I initially got the peanut butter cookies for the fall board, and then anyway, it happened and it worked out because I had something to bring, and I cut up some fruit. And then I found these kind of pricey. They were $3 something, $3.29, $3.20, $3.99. I don't even remember. Too much, but I aim to please my children, and I know they love these, and I figured they can share them with their friends and stuff. I also saw this for the first time, everything but the kitchen sink cookie mix. Have you ever had these before? Oh my gosh. I've made something like this in the past, but from what I remember, they were called army cookies or something like that, but they have basically everything inside of them. This one specifically has chocolate chunks, walnuts, oats, pretzels, caramel bits, coconut, and sea salt. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to make this. I hope it's delicious. And then I grabbed some cheese crackers for the kids' lunches, and I thought this would be a fun little breakfast for them. These brioche style Liege waffles. I'm so French, it's kind of ridiculous. I also snagged some of this for the fall board. Some of this, yes. Cinnamon sugar almonds. Alex said, wow, I wasn't expecting that. The punch of cinnamon. Anyway, I was gonna try to eat one, but it's zipped closed. And then I needed some chicken broth, beef broth, and that is it from the TJ's. Just a little update. These are amazing. I love them, they're great.
I'm gonna put the groceries away, but hear me out. Yes, I'm in a different outfit. I just changed. I have to pick the kids up from their sports activities. But my dilemma is I was just at their school yesterday wearing the same thing that I wore today because I thought, hey, that's a cute outfit. Let me wear it again. And God forbid anyone sees me at their school be an outfit repeater. Literally no one would notice. No one would care. My childhood insecurities have stayed with me. Plus, this outfit's real cute, right? I'm actually so sore from working out, just lifting my leg. I'm like, it's so heavy.
And that's another reason why I want to try to get my meal plan in order and food situated, because I am working out again. So it's like, if I eat brownies in the morning, I'm not going to have a good workout. I'm going to feel like crap. So it kind of keeps me on track in terms of like mentally thinking through, well, I shouldn't eat that because I know it's going to make me feel bad later. When in the summertime, I don't care. I'm like, oh, brownies, breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Absolutely. So I'm a little bit more cognizant of what I'm putting in my body. And during the summer, I did mention it a few times about how I would eat certain things. And not that I'm necessarily allergic, because I have had like an allergy panel testing done in the past. But okay, so actually a lot to say. When I had the panel testing done on my back, I learned that I was allergic to environmental things. And I thought, oh, okay, that's fine. Like, I can't really control any of that. Like, I go outside every day, you know what I mean? So it's just something that I live with. But this past summer, I really was aware of the things that were causing me discomfort. I don't want to say like giving me an allergic reaction, because it's pretty much how it felt. Like my throat would be itchy, the roof of my mouth would be itchy, my ears would be itchy, my nose would be, it would just like all in my face, right? And so I wouldn't break out in hives, but it gave me that reaction. And I can remember having this for my entire life, like sneezing a million times. People would be like, are you okay? No, I'm not. I literally have sneezed 50 times in the last half second. I can also remember my doctor asking me about it when I was a child, and like, oh, what's that line on her nose? Does she have allergies? My parents were like, no, she's totally fine. So that's a story for another day, but neglect. Anyway, some of you have shared with me, which is incredible, something called oral allergy syndrome, OAS, also known as pollen food allergy syndrome. It's an allergic reaction. I'm reading this straight off Google. It's an allergic reaction that occurs when the immune system misidentifies proteins in food as pollen or other allergens and directs an allergic response. So OAS is a secondary allergy, meaning that people with OAS have an environmental allergies, such as allergies to pollen or dust mites, or in my case, a lot of grass and things like that. So the most common pollen allergies that trigger OAS are alder, birch, grass, mugwort, and ragweed. OAS most often occurs in people with asthma or hay fever who eat raw fruits and vegetables. So that's why things like that, like when I was eating fruits, I'm like, what? I didn't even know like what people can be allergic to fruit. So I guess it's like a secondary allergy, which is just wild to me, but it has changed my life probably like for the worse and for the better, right? Because when I think in the morning, I'm like, oh yeah, I should be healthy. And then I think, well, wait, am I going to have an allergic reaction if I eat this fresh fruit that I just cut up, this pineapple that I love? So I don't know. Like, what am I doing about it? Nothing. I'm just more aware of it, I guess. There have been a couple of times where I've taken like allergy medicine, where in the past I've kind of just suffered through it. Now that I know like, oh, it actually is an allergy, so maybe this could help. But I'll tell you something, about 15 years ago, I took one Benadryl and I passed out for 2 days straight. Like, that stuff is no joke. It knocks me on my feet. I don't know how people take it. And so I definitely don't take that. I have to take like a daytime type of allergy medicine, but that's only when it's so bad that I can't even function. Anyway, so I've made a few things in the space that it has taken me to explain OAS, and I thought I would share that with you because maybe you're suffering from like really annoying symptoms and you're thinking, what the heck? So maybe you didn't know about it either, and maybe you did. I don't know. So there it is. I am prepping some breakfast. I've got bacon, eggs and bacon. This is seriously such a classic movie. If you've never seen Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, I suggest you add it to your family movie night list, okay? And then I bought these potatoes, Simply potatoes. They're like the diced potatoes. I put some of that bacon fat away. I save it. I use it for other things, and I just keep it in my fridge. But anyway, these potatoes, I find them in the refrigerated section. They come in like shredded style, and then the diced style is usually what I see. And typically I would have made the potatoes like from scratch, whatever, but like convenience sometimes win, and that's okay. And the potatoes that come in this bag, I feel like only have like one ingredient. It's like potatoes. Okay. It's called Simply Potatoes for a reason. And I just let that cook up on the stovetop until they're kind of hash brown style. I used a little bit of the bacon grease to cook them in and just to get them a little crispy, and I love it. And this is one of my favorite breakfasts. And so I just made it a lot to meal prep it so that I have it, to eat tomorrow for breakfast, the day after, you know what it is. And then earlier, I was taking the chicken off the bone, and I was saving the bone for when I make chicken stock, which needs to happen sometime soon, because I really do think the flavors of making your own are far superior than getting anything in the box, which is mostly just water anyway. So it probably is better to get the bouillon, or better than bouillon paste. But anyway, always making from scratch is always the best. Sometimes we don't have time to do it, so we do what we can when we can, and I'll get to it eventually, maybe, probably not, but And remind me to get the chicken thighs out of the fridge and pull the chicken off those as well, because I've yet to do that, and I need to before it sits in my fridge for too long and then it goes bad. I guess I could throw them in the freezer, but hopefully I get to that today, when I can find 10 minutes, when I remember to do it. You know what would also be great in this breakfast meal prep kind of thing? I used to cook up a bunch of veggies, like this, peppers and onions, nothing crazy. And if you want to add a little flair, a little kick, add a jalapeno, and oh my word, it'll really get you excited to eat breakfast in the morning. And I cut up fresh from my garden, you guys, these really sad looking green onions. They, just add such a freshness to the dish. I love them so much. And sadly, they got thrown away, the rest of them. Someone thought they were garbage. Can you believe that? And okay, now I'm cutting up just a little bit of produce. I didn't do a proper like food prep or food ingredient prep, I guess, if you will. And it's been so long since I've done a proper one of those. I just do my best. And some days that's not good enough, but some days it is, okay? And so I'm cutting up some fruit. We were actually on our way to a little like meeting, if you will, with the kids. I don't know what they call it, play date, but they're like of an age where it was more of like a meet. But anyway, so I didn't want to come empty-handed. I cut up some fruit that I had left over from the weekend. I had cut, half of it this weekend and then half of it now. I just wanted to make it a little bit more fresh. And then I brought the cookies with me from Trader Joe's, which now I'm thinking, man, I should have given them the other cookies. But, I'll live my life and I'll live with my choices. But that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some motivation to get some meal planning done. And hey, I'll see you next time with some really great autumn dinners. Bye.